And I've noticed just over the last 2 years or so, there's kind of been, I would argue things are getting better. There's a reason why Atheists for Liberty continues to go to CPAC every single year, and we keep making progress in that area. But with some of the actors that are in the movement, I almost feel like things are regressing. People are talking about gay marriage again, as if the Obergefell v. Hodges 2015 Supreme Court decision was a bad thing. That, you know, this kind of 2010 style of attacking the secular humanists and the free thinkers. How dare they? I thought we were past that at this point. And it's just so tiring to see that I have to deal with especially with me and what we have to do at AFL, the same old talking points. And it's just a shame that you got to deal with that on your feed too. I want to point out one other thing too before we get into more of the Twitter sphere of everything that followed. You ended up writing something really awesome. While some non-woke atheists have set up new atheist organizations, such as Thomas Sheedy, who founded Atheists for Liberty, for which I am an advisor, many of us who are active in the atheist movement feel that illiberal woke ideologies now pose a threat to society, more of a threat to society than theistic religions. And so we put most of our time and effort on that battlefront. But this requires forming alliances with those we had once quarreled with. I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, we at Atheists for Liberty, we always try to make alliances with people who disagree with us. When we go to CPAC, when we go to Freedom Fest, we end up working with people on a variety of issues that we wouldn't agree 100% on everything on. But I think these people, especially if we're dedicating our time, our money, our activism on going into their movement and showing them our expertise on a certain field, they got to treat us with the same respect. If we're going to put religious differences aside in this new culture war, it has to play by on both ends. And I think you've been doing a great job at showing your respect to everybody else. But Twitter has not been so kind, and Twitter has turned into a crazy place. But I wanted to showcase some of that too, if you don't mind. But if you want to quickly follow up on anything else that I just read in the article, very well done, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, so I do think, you know, the woke problem is much more dangerous than currently anyway than the religious right. And a lot of this is because, as I've mentioned before in other podcasts, that I find myself able to speak to the Christians, to a lot of these people who are adherents to traditional religions, because they're inherently modernist approaches to finding truth. You know, we come to different conclusions about things. If you go to at some point you do sort of approach the wall of faith where it's just you can't go past that. But there is a big movement of the whole reasonable faith movement. You got like the William Lane Craigs who are willing to debate people. There's like a vibrant community on YouTube of atheists and Christians just, you know, having debates and hashing it out and being friendly and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
But a lot of the woke stuff, you know, built into their ideology is this refusal to share a platform with someone who disagrees with them because, you know, this is viewed as a form of bigotry, and you're sort of breathing air into the bigotry and giving them a stage to spew their hate, even though, you know, what we're saying is not hateful whatsoever. So they have a completely different approach to truth. You know, the truth is constructed around you. Everything's a social construct, all that type of stuff. And so that's something that needs to be just sort of stamped out. Like we need to get rid of that. We need to have both the modernists, whether you're atheistic or whether you're theistic, can deal with this, and then we can maybe go back and deal with what we were arguing about, you know, in 2010 or something.